that the Democrats just have to agree what the wall stands for, and therefore they should just give in and just give the money to President Trump. Do you agree?
Well, I see where Michael's coming from in terms of the symbolic nature of the debate, but I feel like this might not be the debate or the fight that even Republicans wanted to have, because I know there are certain things that they really wanted to be on the table, like E-Verify or changing the way that we bring people in, ending the family lottery process. These are actual tangible policies that they have tried to push each time immigration reform gets to the table. That's no longer at the front and center. What is at the front and center is this symbolic wall. So I feel like at some point, and it is a game of chicken, either the Republicans are going to start urging Senate Majority Leader McConnell to start playing ball, and or they'll dig in for the hard fight because core base leaders like Ann Coulter are saying we want the wall or nothing. So I do think it is sort of a game of chicken, both on the Republican side and then between each faction. But one thing that I have to say is I think you're going to start seeing the American people start losing patience with this. I mean, you're talking about 450,000 people who are now working without pay. So it's not people who are even at home looking for, for work elsewhere in the gig economy or just waiting for this to pass. People are actually being called back to work now. And I think most Americans are looking at that saying that's very unfair to have people working for no pay for an indefinite amount of time. And it's not just the swamp in Washington. It has a ripple effect for all the federal workers throughout the country in their communities, and they're going to start seeing the impact. So I think the loss of patience might be coming too.
Okay. And if we're going to stretch Kelley's metaphor of it being a game of chicken, who's going to cross the road first?
My sense is that what's going to happen is President Trump has at certain times kind of compromised on what he means as a wall. He may end up they may end up coughing some amount of security funding. He'll say, okay, that's going to go towards a wall. It may end up going towards a fence or existing infrastructure. And he'll probably declare a win, and the Democrats will probably declare a win because there isn't going to be a literal wall on the border. So I imagine that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately for those out of work, it seems like they're just dragging the process along until that point comes where they both kind of have to bite the bullet. Yeah,
well, I mean, Kelley pointed out Ann Coulter and elements of the Republican base who demand a wall, and that President Trump is essentially beholden to this mission of building a wall. So surely there has to be a wall or the shutdown will continue.
Well, honestly, I think that he likes the sound of saying he's going to build a wall. I think that's part of the reason he's kept this going since the campaign. It was an applause line. But I think at certain points he has kind of conceded that a physical wall in every part of the border does not make sense. That some parts there's already a steel fence, or ultimately the solution here is a more comprehensive E-Verify program, which is something his advisors surely know. So I think if there's something that he can declare a wall, even if it's not literally a wall, I mean, he gets away kind of stretching the truth all the time. So I think that's probably how this is going to end at some point. They'll give him some funding for some existing infrastructure, and he'll say it's a win.